I know that we already have in the building, long ago, the DG of the campaign council. We also have the spokesperson. And of course, our chief host, the Labour Party chairperson for Lagos State, the official. To beg your indulgence for the we can get this started here today. This is such a beautiful day. We're still going to have the national anthem once the dignitaries are seated, but right now it's official. I'd like us to put our hands together for the support group, network and system across Nigeria. They've done so well. I believe that essentially they have delivered so much. In fact, in several places, they've taken and championed the cause of even agents in several areas that we can never know. These are some of the true heroes of this movement. One more time, let's put our hands together for the support network and groups. They cut across mosques, churches, and NGOs, civil society groups. They just come in different shades and faces. They've done so much everywhere. I thought this house is going to just go crazy for the obedient movement. These people, some of them don't even want to be named. They're spending their money, they're walking through bushes, they're going everywhere, they're flying around. They do not even want to be. That's all they want. That's all they crave for. They have been here. Some of them have been in this cause long before Obi showed up on the space. They've been doing this for the last 30, 20 years. And now they can see the dreams that they've dreamt in the night, meeting them at daylight. Obedience, are you here? Obedience, are you here? There are obedience all over the world. They are there in America. They are there in Europe. They are in UK. They are in Zambia. They are in Namibia. They are in South Africa. They are in Ghana. They are all over the place. They are in Sokoto. They are in Kebbi. Of these people, they are all over the place. There is no pulling boot in Nigeria that you might not find the Obedient Campaign Council. You might not find the big tent. You might not find the support group structure. But I dare you, you will find an obedient there. That is your power. That's the power of the obedience. They're unstoppable. And today, this essence, and for the most, you don't see them coming. Because how do you tell the story of obedience? In Africa and the world, there is a deep, dark silence from the 25th, 26th, 27th, when the pronouncement was made. It was a mourning. No, you can. The love is what you seek for, you yearn for, you crave for. But we will never give you. We can't give you our love. We can't give you our love. And it's not over yet. And it's over because they are so confused. Because they won't even see it coming. This is the power of the obedience. You don't see them coming. They thought that we would have occupied Nigeria. You can't see us coming. When and how and what we are going to do, you won't see it coming. But it's coming. It's coming because the time is youth o'clock. Youth o'clock speaks about an activation of passion. It's an activation of energy. Energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It can only be converted from one form. So it's dangerous. It mutates. It changes form. The traditional mindset cannot even comprehend it. And I speak to all the young people, obedience across the nation listening. Because it's time. Over 60 million of this nation are young, energetic, us a nation was because they were young people. Listen, they were total strangers. They're not like me and you. They didn't even know themselves. But for the sake of vision, for the power of a new nation, they dropped their individuality. They came together and delivered to Nigeria a nation. What do you think that I and you can do? Me and you, connected by one language. Area. You know why you shout A? Is that a Yoruba language? Na Igbo I speak. Na Hausa be that. Na Ibibio. Na Igala. It is a Nigerian language. Area. Area. When they call that energy, everybody answers. We are connected by one thread, one language. When you walk in the street of New York, everywhere you go, I remember in Rwanda 10 years ago, we couldn't find the charger to connect our phones. And so in Kigali, we had to trek to a far deep village. The only person that could give us what we were looking for. I looked at him. Again and again, I looked at him. I said, there is something about you. Of course, he knew what I was alluding to. So he discarded. But while we gathered together and we're working out, he just tapped me and said, nah, how far now? I said, I knew it. I've always known it. This energy, these people are solution providers. Any country you go in the world and you don't find them, you better take off. And that is why out of 4 of every living black human being on the earth is a Nigerian. Nigeria, make some noise. Energy, make some noise. Obedience, make some noise. That's our story. This is who we are. When you talk about the latest car being designed in the world today, and Aliu is sitting right there. When you talk about precision agriculture, you have Adeumit here. When you talk about technology, you have an Amegwalit here. Whatever it is you want to talk about on planet Earth, there is a Nigerian behind the scene, making it work. We're super intelligent. We're super creative. We're so powerful. And so when the West look at us, when they look at the husband and the wife of Nigeria, when they look at the leadership and the followership, there is something that is not connecting. How can you have such a beautiful wife? You see a 100-year-old man marrying an 18-year-old. There is a disconnect. We are here today because we are about to fix that disconnection. This movement is about connecting the leadership with the people. I want to ask Una say something where people don't do for over 50 years. Then go just carry and give like that. The old order will never go without a fight. They will never go without a fight. But there's a department called the Water Department. Water, are you here? Water, are you here? What is going to happen in Lagos? Somebody say water. What about Delta? Water. What about Kaduna? Nasarawa? Niger? Abia? Imo? Rivers? Say that again. We gave them so much water, they became confused. They started grabbing. They started snatching. They started running. But it's over for them. There is a kind of water you receive. If you grab, you'll be confused. That is the next one coming. You will be so water, you will not know where you're going. Somebody say, youth o'clock. But there's a dimension to this because I've seen, how many of you have seen the level of mothers that have come out in this electioneering? Mothers. Because it is an energy. It is not warehoused in age. of one Nigeria that connects us beyond the parochialism of all the tools that they've used in the past to keep us on the ground. Now we can see it much clearly and we understand it. And like I was telling you before, anything you want to talk about, Nigerians are there on the top. The only thing we have failed in the last 60-something years is called leadership. And the road to leadership and governance is what we call politics. And so the youth have woken up because there comes a time and a season in everyone's life and nation that they have to look. Because how do we define it? I have a PhD in environmental resource planning. What that means is that I understand the mineral deposit in this nation much more than many people in this room today. And I have been to Sierra Leone, I've been to Liberia, I've been to Ghana to trade gold. Do you know that the nations that I've just called now, they are Kimberley certified nation. Nigeria is not a Kimberley certified nation. And so if you take diamonds from Nigeria, you have to go to Sierra Leone or Ghana or Liberia to get certified. And yet, Zamfara State has more gold than the Gold Coast and South Africa put together. You know, it sounds very strange. Elon Musk wants to move to Nigeria because the resource of the future for the formation of battery, we have it in abundance in Nigeria. There are too many things. Southern Kaduna has some of the finest nickel on planet Earth. And so sometimes when you see the killings and the maiming and the destructions and the wiping away and the genocide in some of the areas in northern Nigeria, it's all about resource control. It's all about clearing the people. Because all of these things can be taken care of with the formation of climate change. We have too much. Every Nigerian can be a dollar millionaire, just based. This has nothing to do with prayers. It has to do with the deposit of our mineral resources here in this geographical space called Nigeria. We're still discovering oil in Kogi. We are not done with Oloibiri yet. We're still discovering oil in Maiduguri. That's how powerful, that's how blessed we are. But a blessing without leadership becomes the greatest curse. And so, I say to you, party people, some of the things that we have faced in the last 6 months with the party, I just want to speak about maybe just two of it, just 2 points before I let off. What politics does is this: it makes you look very stupid. If you've been following the trail, it will deny you of resources even when it's available. It'll get you to the point, it will name you and shame you. Some of you have been called thieves. They told you that you're stealing money. They told you you're doing this, you're doing that. Do you know why all those is happening? They won't allow you to enter certain places so that you can get angry and say, to fear kwa, I know they do this thing again. Because if you're a person of value, you know you don't want to engage with what nyama nyama yayetins. Do you understand what I'm saying? That is the secret, that is the strategy. That is why we continue to have the kind of leadership we have. Because all the people who go school go come out, leave them. You know, say we today prim and proper. We no one enter poto, but the obedient energy is here. Now God and I we want now, Seth. We go enter inside the poto. When they tell you you don't have a job, tell them, I don't have job, this is my job. They want to blackmail you and make you get angry so you leave it. Am I making sense to somebody? We are not leaving them again. I've suspended my business in the last 8 months. I'm a very comfortable person. As an official MC for the campaign council. I say this because we've already crossed the Rubicon. I've paid for my flight and accommodation, including this one. And asking nobody for money. And I'm not going to submit myself to the rudimentary of the circle and form that will keep me down. Because obedience, that energy, you can't keep her down. Somebody hear me, ba? Because now so money, then they ask me, Dr. Mogi, then this is somebody give me, nobody they give me any money. But that is the power of the obedient movement. Some of the people that have made this movement so powerful, our real heroes will never be on the pages of newspaper. Victoria Chintex was such a powerful woman. When she gets into any environment, she starts singing and dancing. And as it was told about her story, she's so infectious that when she gets into any place, people begin to join her. That power was too much. The opposition couldn't stand it. They went to her home and cut her down in pieces. This movement has been blessed with some of the most best people in the face of this world. The lawyers, the doctors, thought leaders, and much more than that, we've got the masses, the technicians, the painters, the jobless people, because they're taking their country back. We're taking it back. We're taking it back. We're taking it back. Let me announce to the world why we came to Lagos. Lagos is the most critical place in Africa. You are sitting on the cradle of Africa. 26+ million people. When we take over power in a few days, we would have cut off the depression and suppression in the last 40 years. By the way, I hope that you know that on the 25th of last month, that we have, don't say it, we have a new Jagaban in town. By the result of the presidential election. Don't tell anybody yet. It's just a secret, I'm just saying. So now is the 18th. 18th will reverberate across the world. Because something is going to happen in Africa's greatest city on the 18th of this month. You know, obedient people are very obedient. We saw them. They told us, if you're not going to vote in this polling booth for a particular party, get out of here. Some of us got out. Obedient to a punch in the eye, they went and fixed it and came. How many of you saw that? They went and fixed the eye and came back to cast their votes. Because you see, obedience are like Muhammad Ali. You keep punching.
Today we are flagging off our campaign. We did not do it in a hall or a fancy hotel. We came to show what Lagos really is. This is a road that has been abandoned by the government for so long. Every 4 years they make promises, but it is never done. I promise you that as we have done this, you will see that they will come and dump sand here tomorrow. But nothing will be done with it. This is what they always do. But we are flagging up to give you a new Lagos. A Lagos that, since the days of Jakonde, Lagos has been going downhill. No accountability. It has been captured by a very selfish, very mediocre political elite that run Lagos for only their interests and the interests of their people and their family. As an architect, you can be assured that as soon as I get into office, I will tackle the affordable housing problem. People are having problems with where they can live. People are having accommodation problems because of the cost. People have to bring out millions to pay for rent over a year. The government is going to tackle that. We are going to have a government that will back people that are taxpayers in Lagos State so you can pay instrumentally, so you can rent to own. You build equity in your buildings, and it will not be a situation.
Volume. Just 5 minutes. Let's go. Let's go. Just stretch your body for just 2-3 minutes, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, the incoming governor of the cradle of Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for TLV in the building. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, let's make way for GRV. We're gonna have all the time. Let's just make way for him to move. Thank you. The passion and energy is appreciated. But please, let's make way so that we can get started. Thank you. And I'd like to make all right. We need to now. Let's let GRV be so we can.
Rhodes Vivour for governor of Lagos State. Labour Party, begin.
We need to settle down very quickly. Thank you. All right, let's be seated so we can take it out from where we stopped. Thank you very much. Please, we'll have time for all of that. Let's be seated. Let's allow our dignitaries be seated. Thank you. You can make your way to your seats. Now we appreciate you. We thank you. We're going to have time for that. We're going to have time for all of that. Thank you. Please be seated. Thank you. For those who are running for the State House of Assembly, please, if you're one of those running for the State House of Assembly, if you can see me, please just make your way to this side of the hall to the right, to my right-hand side, and somebody's going to meet with you. All the candidates for the State House of Assembly under the Labour Party, please just make your way to this side of the hall. Somebody's going to meet with you. That being said, it's important for us to now sit down and get going like we have to. Right now, I'd like us to take the national anthem. If you're there, DJ, let the national anthem roll. While standing, keep standing, just keep standing very quickly. At this juncture, we'd just like to take a minute's silence for all the obedients who laid their lives at the cause of the 25th Presidential and National Assembly elections, coupled with those who laid their lives in the cause of the evolution and our journey collectively as a people. Wherever you are at this point, let's just take a minute silence, please, for our heroes. May we never return to the days of darkness. These also include those who lost their lives in the train, the Labour Party chairman who in northern Nigeria were crushed while returning back from Kaduna to Kano. Also include all those who have paid with their lives for fighting for a new Nigeria. May through their death rebirth a new Nigeria. Amen. Please, we may be seated. I want to one more time welcome everyone here, especially sitting to my left are the youth leaders of all the LGAs in Lagos. Can we appreciate them, youth leaders? Can we make some noise here now? Thank you. You may be seated. For those running for the State House of Assembly, if you're here, can we appreciate them and make some noise for them? Can we just celebrate them? Can we clap for them, people? Can we clap for them, people? Thank you. You may be seated. And long before the dignitaries walked in, we spoke about certain nomenclatures. And I know that the leader, the chairperson of the Labour Party, Lagos State here, together with all her officials, I'd like her to be upstanding as we appreciate and celebrate the Labour Party chairperson. Please, can we Ekong, Mrs. Ekong, can we make some noise for her today? You must be a very powerful person to be warehousing the whole of Lagos. One more time. Lagos, make some noise! Thank you. Also want to acknowledge the spokesperson for the Obi Gbadebo Campaign Council, the erudite, dynamic, the man who has moved many places and many things. He's here today. Dr. Yunus Atanko, can we appreciate him here this morning? Lagos, celebrate your own. And sitting right here is none other than the man who I already introduced and we operated even in absentia while he wasn't in the room. He's a person he's a youth in every dimension. He epitomized that energy. He's here today. The DG of the Obi Gbadebo Campaign Organization is none other than Balogun Akino Shitoku. Can we appreciate him yet this morning? He's much more dynamic than he looks. Don't take the look. Just leave him alone. You know, there's a generation that came. I don't know why, but from 10-year-old he started growing gray hair. I don't know how. But he has to do something that has to do with genetics, I guess. You know. I'm going to do some more introductions as we go. But seated here today is a man who it's not just about representation. And like I said before we started, he's a man who warehouses the dreams of our founding fathers. I spoke about 3 of them when we started. And incidentally, the oldest of them all shares the same age with him even at this point in time. I don't think it's no coincidence. The history, the timeline of our existence in Nigeria right now is not a coincidence. There is something deeply, and I'm not religious, but there is something deeply divine and spiritual about what is happening in Nigeria right now. Because it defiles everything and anything. It defiles the tool that the oppressors have used to keep us down. And so for the first time in the history of Nigeria, We've seen people vote beyond the parochialism of religion, ethnicity, and region. We've seen people giving their life and everything. And so we sit here because Lagos is the capital of Africa. We're sitting on the energy of the globe. And this is fact, not just rhetoric. And to have a man who is not just young, but in every ramification of character and qualification, every wheel and every nuance of energy stands on the threshold of this magnitude, is not a coincidence. And so I'd like us to rise to our feet as we acknowledge the one and only GRV in the building. Please keep standing, keep standing, keep standing, keep standing. Because everything about Lagos is about to change. Everything that has suppressed us in the last 40 years is about to give way. The energy and the competence of the founding fathers of Lagos and Nigeria has just given birth to itself. Ladies and gentlemen, Gbadebo Rhodes Vivour in the building! And listen, I love it for many reasons before you take your seats. If you listen to the name, it's Gbadebo Rhodes Vivour. It's like a roar of a lion. That is what is going to happen on the 18th. Tell someone, say 18th. Tell your neighbor, say 18th. Turn to your left, say 18th. Is somebody behind you? Tell him 18th. Tell them temperature will change, energy will change, passion will change, everything is going to change. Lagos will change, Nigeria will change, Africa is about to move to our next level. Young people, make some noise. Please be seated in the wonderful, in the best city in Africa. Be seated. You're welcome, each and every one of you. We're going to go through some sessions very quickly. And like I told you, there has been a gloom around the nation in the last few days. But that gloom is the death of the old order. And so this meeting today, this occasion, is the most important occasion in the lifeline of the obedient movement. Sitting here today, going through this traction, this transition, the black we wore, our sore eyes and throat, the lowering of the energy that we have used, to say goodbye to the old order, stop, because from now and beyond is a new energy they're going to see. The obedient movement are going to wake up and reclaim their mandate and seize everything that has been taken from them. And so I'd like to welcome my dear sister as she renders a song to us as we move. Come on. Let's receive one of our own here, our youth leader, Zibli.
Thank you, everyone. Good afternoon. Yes, I'm Zibli, the assistant youth leader of the state. Yeah, thank you, thank you. I'm here to welcome every one of you. You're welcome to this great occasion. And I'm here to welcome my governor. I already as my governor. You're welcome, sir. Yeah, I actually won't have a song to do. This jingle was made for Peter Obi and Dati. But I tell you the truth, as I do it, where I'm putting Obi and Dati, you should know that I'm referring to my governor here because I'm already seeing him there. Can you hear me? Labour Party! They are warming up. Labour Party! LP! The new Nigeria is possible. We B2B and Dati. We B2B. It is possible. We B2B and Dati. It is possible. The new Nigeria is possible. We B2B and Dati. Education. possible. Pensioners to get paid is possible. With B2B and that's it. Education with no strike is possible. Our refineries to work, it is possible. Pensioners to get paid is possible. With B2B and that's it. With B2B, it is possible. With B2B and that's it is possible. The new Nigeria is possible. With B2B and that's it. With B2B, it is possible. With B2B and that's it is possible. The new Nigeria is possible. With B2B and that's it. For our naira to get value, it is possible. For terrorism to stop, it is possible. Employment for our youth is possible. With B2B and that's it. There will be food for Nigerians. There will be health for Nigerians. There will be water, good road, electricity with B2B and that's it. I will vote Labour Party. Let us vote Labour Party to serve Nigeria with our strength with B2B and that's it. I will vote Labour Party. Let us vote Labour Party to serve Nigeria with our strength with B2B and that's it.
Thank you. Obedience are some of the most creative people we have on the planet. They have over 1 million songs already in our iCloud just within the period of this movement. That's so much data. That's so much resource. So one more time, let's celebrate the obedient movement and celebrate this wonderful youth leader who has given us this rendition. Thank you. Thank you. I'd like to recognize and acknowledge our leader, Mr. Olawale Olowo, if I'm correct. Please, let's appreciate him. He is one of the, let me explain, the Boot Party is a candidate for the Boot Party. But being an obedience, you remember I said something about the obedience. The obedience were housed in different parties. And he did something, he brought his energy to connect with GRV. And come on, let's celebrate him. Come on, let's celebrate him here today. Celebrate him. Thank you. We honor you and we respect you. In due time, we'll bring you up. Please be seated. Thank you. You remember what I said in the beginning, and it's very important in reiteration so that we understand it, because sometimes you might be fighting your friend thinking he's your enemy because of this evolution of our energy. There are many people, and I dare say, in APC and in PDP who are obedient, and they voted for us. Those people in YPP, in ADC, in Boot Party, can we celebrate them one more time? Because they are all obedient people. They're obedient people. Thank you. I remember I met this guy. It was on Clubhouse when we inspire and we teach people and we create traction like we often have done. And it's one of the very exciting you ever will come across. His story has been reverberated across the world to motivate and inspire people. He's never stopped and he cannot be broken. He's the original obedient spirit, and it's our opportunity. We are so glad to have him here today to speak to us just for some few. Excuse me. Tommy is my very good friend, so I definitely wouldn't forget his name. The Eliminator. Tommy Waziri is in the building. Let's have him make his way to the stage as he talks to us in a few. Just give us some tidbits right here. His story is one of the most outstanding story the world has ever seen. You know, he's such a powerful individual. Such a powerful individual. A real and original, obedient to the core. Yeah, there's a podium. Okay. Chair. Tony, are you comfortable?
Yes, I am. Thank you. Good afternoon, my fellow obedients. Good afternoon, my daddies and mummies in the house. Good afternoon, my incoming governor, GRV. It's a privilege to be here. I don't have much time, but like I always say when I'm on Twitter Spaces, and I said when my incoming president was here that you don't have to be cited before you see that the vision is clear. And I will say that again with GRV. 4 years ago, I was a victim of the insecurity in the APC-led government of here in Lagos. They say somebody built Lagos, and the bridge at which I was attacked, people are still being attacked there till today. I was robbed, I was shot in the face by armed robbers around 8:30 p.m. And Lagos, late in Lagos is 12 p.m. 12 a.m., right? It happened 8:30. And that's how I became a visually impaired person. After being sighted for 27 years of my life, I'm a victim of, you know when they say, may Nigeria not happen to you, I pray to everyone here. May this present Nigeria not happen to you. But in Nigeria that we are going to take back, that mandate we are going to take it back. And that's the Nigeria that will happen to us. We are going to take that mandate back. Why am I obedient? I'm obedient because I don't want your neighbor to come and ask you, can you borrow me Maggie? I want a Nigeria that will work for everybody, including persons like us, persons with disabilities. Enough is enough. I want to just quickly honor the presence of my wife. She married me this way. Please have a round of applause for her. I've never done this before. As I wrap up, baby, I love you. I've met Peter Obi, my incoming president, and you can sense empathy. That is what persons with disabilities need. I have met my incoming governor, GLV. I don't need to ask too much questions. I know things are going to work for us. And as I wrap up, I just want to quickly sing. Yesterday was my incoming governor's birthday. And this one is for you, sir. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mr. Jeremy. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Tommy Waziri. Thank you so much. Tommy, I didn't know that you had such a beautiful voice, but much more than that is the fact that you can sing. Tommy can sing. Please let's appreciate Tommy. It's one thing to have a voice, it's another thing to be able to sing. Thank you so much, Tommy. Thank you. You're an inspiration to us all, and we honor and celebrate your doggedness. I'd like to bring up a man just for 2 minutes, but so much respect. for this evolution and this work. You need to just hear him out in 2 minutes. It's none other than the chief spokesperson of the Obi Gbadebo Campaign Council. Let's welcome Dr. Tanko Yunusa up stage. Lagos, make some noise! Yes, sir.
Thank you. Great Nigerian youth of the greatest Nigerian youth of the greatest and 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 the greatest Nigerian youth. Great people, great people, great things, great things. I want to talk, I want to say, I want to speak. Can I speak? Can I shout? Grace! Thank you. Eko Nibaje. Thank you very much. Eko Nibaje. Ṣé ẹ ti rí? Ó wá di kàyéfì fáwọn tí ò mọ̀ tó wọn dẹ̀ mọ̀ tán. Ìtàn fi yé wa wípé tá bá fẹ́ràn ara wa, ìlú wa lè tòrò. Tá bá dẹ̀ fẹ́ràn ara wa, ìlú wa ò lè tòrò. Fáwọn tó ń pariwo pé Èkó belong to them alone, bàbá ńlá arọ́ ló ń pa. Àní fáwọn tó ń sọ pé tí wọ́n ní Èkó, irọ́ ńlá ló ń pa. Nítorí kíni? Mú tiẹ̀ wá kí n mú tèmi wá ló fi gbé Èkó débi tí Èkó ti wà sí. Irọ́ ni àbí tòótọ́? In that case, ladies and gentlemen, the evolution of Lagos has started. Because it is built with the instrumentality of give and take and the collective input that all of us have made to Lagos. I am an Hausa man, a Fulani man, a full-fledged Hausa Fulani man. Yes. My mother is from Kano and my father is from Kano. And I grew up in Lagos. In fact, I want to meet Mushida. Mori, Mushida. I grew up in the Diaraba. So I'm a Lagos boy. And I know every one of you have your own story in Lagos, don't you? And today it is on record that because you, the Nigerian youth, have helped build Lagos and build Nigeria, and that is why you have to take over Lagos and take over Nigeria. It is on record that the Nigerian youth took over the space of the music industry, true or false? And they take it to the highest heights. They took over the industry, the movie industry, true or false? And today, you have a young man in the name of Gbadebo Rhodes Vivour, who is just turned 40. So take over Lagos. Take over Lagos, this is your own. Because when you own this particular product, you know that it is you now, you come now. Good thinking and good product. I thank you very much for listening.
Come on, celebrate Tanko. Come on now. Woo! Thank you, Dr. Tanko. What a word. Spot on. Good thinking. Good thinking. You know there are certain things that you want to do. You will be containing your energy. You know, all these energies. GRV, something happened in Abuja. I live in Abuja, but I've been told that I am going to move to Lagos permanently. Because Abuja cannot contain the energy anymore. So I'm moving back to Lagos. Young people, are you here? 18th. What we did to them in Abuja, they will never recover. Let me tell you what we did to them. senatorial candidate that has been there for 24 years, and Ireti Hiba Kingibe is like 1 million to 100. So even though he paid so much money, they kept cancelling and cancelling and cancelling and cancelling. The little one that is there is still 1 million over 100. There is when you beat somebody, you so beat the person that they cannot hide. Do you understand what I'm saying? Tell somebody, say 18th. 18th. We will so beat them that they will not be able to recover. What we did in Abuja, that's what we are going to do in Lagos. Tell them that Dr. Mo has relocated. Tell them that energy is back to Lagos. To add injury and pepper to that, I want to bring up another young man for 2 minutes who has decided to warehouse the candidate and his party into this energy. Ladies and gentlemen, make welcome to the podium Mr. Olawole. Make some noise! Labour Party, LP.
I have just 2 minutes, and I'm going to make it snappy. Number one, let me say that when I stepped down my governorship ambitions to support my brother, Gbadebo Rhodes Vivour, I knew it was the right thing to do because something must be bigger than your ambition. The interest of your state must be bigger than your ambition. The interest of your people must be bigger than your ambition. So I support my brother. Happy birthday to you, and by God's grace, you will be the next governor of this state. Now, a lot of propaganda is going on in Lagos, being sponsored, I guess, by the APC. We don't have the evidence yet, but to the extent that the governor, who is supposed to be the governor of all, has not come out to condemn this thing that is going on. It shows complicity. So we are going to stay on that. Now, it is important to know that when they attack Gbadebo, it's not Gbadebo they are attacking. They are attacking all the youths. They are attacking the people of indigenous Lagos. They are attacking the Yoruba people. Because I have children. None of my kids can speak the language. We are still struggling to find a way to make them to speak. So, I would not be able to speak Yoruba, strip you of your Yoruba identity. Who does that? Now, for our kids to know how to understand the language, is it not the job of the government to teach them in school? So if you have failed to do that as a government, why will you not see a Yoruba person that cannot speak Yoruba and you say he's not a Yoruba man? But I tell you something. Every Yoruba family would have 1 or 2 persons in their family who cannot speak Yoruba, the language. So let me just round up by saying, what I think we need to do now is this. Let us know why this election is important. Because a lot of people think when you vote the presidential election, there's no need to vote for the governorship again. But it's not correct. What President Peter Obi will do for you is probably to print your currency. He will deal with the armed forces. He will handle foreign affairs for you. Maybe he will handle federal roads for you. But all those things that will make you get that new Nigeria and the good life that he's preaching is going to be given to you by your governor. Don't make that mistake, because it is the state government that will pack your refuse. It is the state government that will patch your bad roads. It is the state government that will build the roads. It is the state government that will build the hospitals that you will go to, including the schools. It is the state government that will manage the flooding issue. If there is traffic on the road, it's the state government that will deal with it. So the role of the federal government in your life is just about 20%. So voting in this election is even more important than voting at the national elections. So what should we do going forward? Let all obedience. Let us launch this hashtag, If you are a youth, let's launch the hashtag and say, I am Gbadebo. I am a youth. We love a united Lagos. You cannot stop us. Because God is with us. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you so much, Mr. Olawale Oluwo. Thank you, sir. Thank you for jacking us up. And thank you for reminding us that old is a mindset that refuses to change. Are you ready for change? Are we ready for change? We are not only ready for change, we are ready for new blood. We are ready for fresh blood, fresh thinking. We are ready for ginger. Hey, Gbadebo ginger, they will see something. Tell your neighbor, say, then go see something. Then go hear something. Then go feel something. And it's very instructive because I have never seen women come out the way they've come out for the 2023 general election. Mothers, young people, across board, everywhere. From the north to the south, everywhere, they've been out. And it's also symbolic and significant that we have a chairperson as the Labour Party chairman for Lagos State. Because she's here to lead us into victory. Ladies and gentlemen, Lagos, let's make welcome our own. Let's make her welcome Dayo Ekong, the chairperson of the Lagos State Labour Party! Labour Party! Labour Party! LP!
May I say thanks to God Almighty for seeing us through the presidential election. I want all the youths in the house to rise up. And I want a thunderous hallelujah to penetrate the third heaven. To all the you did extremely well. I can see DG, I thought they said you are a youth. We're all youths. I'm one of the youths. Now, Dr. Tanko came and said something. And I want us to reiterate it. That we, the youths of Lagos State, we, the youths of Nigeria, we are able. Are you able? Are you able? Now, because we are able, I want you to give 3 gbosa to God Almighty for making us victorious in Lagos State. They have just seen and eat a drop, but the big cake is come March 18th. Can I hear 3 gbosa? God bless you all. Have your seats. We appreciate you. You are the best. You showed that you were out there from morning till evening. We were harassed. We were attacked. But you did not give up. Because we know that this movement is not ordinary. And the movement is for us to rescue ourselves from the reign of tyranny. And that is exactly what is going to happen. Because the concluding part of it is on the 18th of March. we started this race, we are two-thirds to the end of the race. No matter what they do, no matter what they try, they're burning people's shop, harassing people, terrorizing people. If they are so sure of themselves, they don't need to do that. When we had the gubernatorial debates, we didn't see them. The people didn't matter, but all are doing door-to-door campaign. They are coming up with all forms of propaganda and lies. Let me tell you now, Gbadebo Rhodes Vivour and the deputy are the real negotiators. Gbadebo Rhodes Vivour is ọmọ ìsàlẹ̀ Èkó gangan. Princess Islamiyat is full-fledged Ikorodu. The people talking, they are married to Deltans, they are married to different people, but yet started this journey and we will see it and we will be successful and victorious come March 18th, no matter what they try. I've been threatened. I have been threatened. But I believe in this cause because this is the right cause. I respect His Excellency Peter Obi because he is for the masses. We went to, during campaign, I went precisely, let me mention a few places, to the hinterlands of Alimosho, to Ajegunle side, Ijorabadia, and I wept. Because the kind of money they make in Lagos State, I did not believe that we have big slums like that. And this is the time for change. This is the time for us all to come together and rescue Lagos. And it's definitely happening come 18th of March. Are you ready? Youth of this country, are you ready? Nothing is stopping us. If they come near you, you become a caterpillar and bulldoze them. Nothing, no fear, no panic, no oppression, no frustration. Whether there is money or not, God will see us through. Because this Lagos belongs to everyone. We have the indigenous, yes. But as long as you are part of Lagos, they are from Osun State, they are from Ijebu, and they are now claiming they want to take over from the real owners of the land. It is a lie. It is a lie. It will not happen. And I repeat it. So, be strong, continue to be resilient, and continue to stay focused because we're taking over. And a new dawn in Nigeria will emerge. Thank you. God bless you.
Ìtura dé fọmọ Èkó, ìyà ti dòpin lọ́dún yìí, àsìkò ọmọ Èkó gidi rèé o. Àwọn kan sọ pé àwọn ló lè kó. Mo rẹ́rìn-ín. Ẹ jáde kí ẹ sì dìbò fún ọmọ Èkó gidi. Ẹ dìbò fún ọmọlúwàbí. Ẹ dìbò fún ọkùnrin mẹ́sàn-án. Ẹ dìbò fún Gbadebo Rhodes Vivour fún gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó.
What a word. What a word from Dayo Ekong, the chairperson of LP Lagos State. The command has been given. The instruction have been laid very bare. Did we all hear her? She has given the instruction. You know, 25th of February, we went to vote. But there was a part B that we didn't do. And today, she has given that instruction for Lagos. We will vote and we will also defend our vote. And we're not just going to defend. She specified it. Power for, strength for. The good thing with the obedient is that we know they give shishi. And I say it with every sense of purpose and meaning. If you like, change Naira. When Naira does not, I have seen people trek 10 kilometers to go and vote. It's only obedience that can do that.
because they are also working for themselves, not just for the candidate. They are working for the salvation of their children. Because listen, Lagos, those who seek to kill us abroad, they don't distinguish between Nigerians and Ghanaians. They don't tell the difference between South Africans and Liberians. All they see is our skin. But those who seek to kill us at home, they have no respect for our shared brotherhood. They have no respect for the strength of our youth. When they look at our mass, all they see is imaginations and calculations of how to manipulate and use us. But we already know their tricks. And so we are going against the grain to take what belongs to us. And on that footnote, I dare say, to welcome a man of knowledge, because strength is seen in the will of a man. This man that is coming here, he might not look the path, but the wealth of knowledge and insight that he has can move nations. And therefore, Lagos and everyone here, indulge me as I bring up the DG of the Campaign Council of the Obi Gbadebo organization. It's none other than Balogun Akin-Osinogu. Come on, let's receive him here this morning. Lagos, make some noise!
Thank you. Dr. Mo, they are going to pay a fine for saying I look dull. That though the man who is coming may look somehow, but it's not what he looks. This is a teachable moment for not only Lagos, for Nigeria as a country. Before you take a position, or whether somebody is Igbo or not Igbo, what people in Lagos, the voters in Lagos, who are voting all these people out, as a matter of fact, from available data, more Yorubas voted for Obi at the last election. You see, what people are voting against is very simple. It's the rain. It's bad name. It's being associated with something that is, you will not be proud to be associated with. As somebody who said that, I know where I come from. I know the school I went to. I have classmates. And I can remember the name of my teachers. But when you then have a society, a state, that is associated with this kind of, the exact opposite of what I've told you, you don't need, and you don't need to blame the Igbo or Yoruba or whoever for the failure at election. Now, Gbadebo reminds me of, and I think you should have capitalized on it earlier, is that Obama, Barack Obama. Donald Trump made a career out of saying Barack Obama is not America. That was not born in, it's not America. So this kind of Philistine behavior is not peculiar to Nigeria. You have it all over the place. Well, regardless of his campaign, Obama went on, and was elected for 2 terms. Desperados. When somebody, I was being asked earlier on that wisdom that if they say Gbadebo doesn't have experience. Now, experience of what? Experience of theft, experience of crookedness, experience of all things bad. Why should any society revel in that kind of experience? It is the experience we no longer need. As a matter of fact, we need to unlearn that kind of experience. By common concept, across Nigeria, across the world, Nigeria performs far low, below its weight. This country shouldn't be what it is today. And what is responsible for it is the experience. Those experience of somebody stealing 110 billion naira. No, our principal said that kind of person is not greedy, he is sick. And so are many of these people, they are sick. You see Nigeria going to the dogs. Look at the election that I just conducted. Nigeria spent 400 billion naira on what they now call. At the end of the day, it became an elephant that gave birth to a rat. Imagine what 400 billion could have done for the suffering masses all over Nigeria. Nigeria takes it, we revel in taking good things and perverting them. We want to call it dysfunction. If you give Nigeria something good today, right, the Nigerians will find a way of making it not work. So, I'm here with, I've had a bittersweet experience. People say, look, you've done well, your party is a new party, 1 in 12 states, blah, 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 blah. Well, that is true. But the weightier truth is that those figures with which we won were cooked up. Anything worse than that. In Lagos, we defeated them by a margin of not less than 600,000 votes. Okay, somebody then allocated us 582,000 to APC's first 57, and you want me to be happy. Crime is not divisible. Crime is crime. If you come to boggle my house, I thief. There is no difference, there is no two ways about it. So, earlier on, at the beginning of this campaign, the obedience, the younger generation of Nigeria, they essentially gave birth to what we have today. Party, movement, college, anything. I was hoping that it would not become a flash in the pan. I was praying that may God make it endure. And along the road, I used to quote a favorable author on what he says regarding generations. That they have a choice to make this year. And he says, the man I'm talking about is Franz Fanon. He died at the age of 39 in 1956. He said, out of relative obscurity, each generation must discover its destiny to fulfill or betray it. Thus far, the younger generation, and then we are going to conclude it next Saturday. We have already scored 70%. So we want to score 95. So the 25% remaining, we will score it next Saturday.
My people, better don't come Lagos. The man where we dey wait for, we go comot wahala from our neck. So now he don't come so young, strong, gidigba, fine man. We sabi waiting.
Please celebrate the erudite DG of our campaign council, Balogun Akim. So much respect for you. Deep thoughts. Thank you so much, sir. There is nothing modern Nigeria will not do to break our spirit. Salvation is not going to come from people who do not have the strength of the sun. Salvation is going to come from Youth O'Clock. Youth O'Clock activation is what we are here to do today. Everything and anything. Because a broken community does not understand Yoruba. In the same way, a broken road does not speak Igbo. It will not kill the Fulanis and leave the Hausas. Everything wrong with our community, everything wrong with the state responds to only visionary leadership. And this is why we're here, to activate the energy. You see them all over the place. I remember just coming out of the genocide in Rwanda. I was there physically at least 10 times to help with the reformation and the rejuvenation of the thinking of the Rwandese. And so we walked the path and helped them to grow and recover. And so when I look at where we are today, I never thought that in my lifetime, coming from what I know, that one day in Nyanya, Nigerians will strap bomb to themselves and blow themselves up. I never knew that one day, twice, between Lokoja and Edo, I took 10 million naira to go and deliver people. 7 hours in the bush, people that were kidnapped. I went myself. And so I talked to the young people. At 45, my dread is not high, will not be given to you on the platter of gold. You will find it. You will dig deep, like obedience are doing. And I said on TV just a few days ago, that thank God they stole the mandate. Because the building of our nation is not just going to come this man. And I need us to listen and listen good, because it is war. The energy that kidnapping of flags were killed here in Lagos. It is in this administration for 6 months, people were kidnapped and put under the sun with no response from our government. It is in this place that people have literally gone to the dunks and taken food and eaten. Right in this administration. The energy that can match. When I went to deliver the ransom, all the people I met there were just as tiny as I am. Young people. The energy in our forests. The energy, the terrorists that you see, they are all young people. And so the only energy that can match them is the energy of the youth.
In two different parties, and I could tell the difference. The people had finally woken up and had decided that it is their time. Our local. And we have showed them, you know, I like that DP spoke about what our real results are or were in that election. And I thank God we have all our polling unit results. So I am confident, and I want you to mark this, I am confident that His Excellency Peter Obi will get that mandate and be president of Nigeria. I am not saying this as rhetoric or to make you feel happy. Like what Balogun said, yes, it is bittersweet. It is sweet because young people came out and stood their ground and showed that they are the ones with the power to put people in and take people out. And that was a powerful thing to see in Nigeria because we have not seen it in so long. But it is bitter because it was daylight rape. It was rape. It was a situation where you are taking out 50,000 votes, 30,000 votes, all of that. And this happened only because we believed the INEC chairman when he said there will be electronic transmission of votes. We believed him. We went in there believing that that is what will happen. But fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. That is not happening again. Whether they say, if I see the INEC chairman with Angel Michael and Angel Gabriel on his side, telling us they are going to the electronic transmission. I am not believing. We are going there and giving them close marking. And they are going to meet resistance to any form of intimidation or harassment like they've never seen before. They do not understand the energy that is doing this thing. This is energy that you cannot buy. This is energy fueled by hope, by belief, by love. And I have to remind you why we are doing this. We are doing this because the wickedness in high places has gotten intimidating them or harassing them or threatening them, whether they will threaten them that they will drown them in lagoon, or they will chase them out, or they will burn their markets. But you see, again, wickedness is a spirit. And that is why it's only love that's going to chase this spirit away from Lagos. And that is the love that is pushing Labour Party. You see the quality of the leader, His Excellency Peter Obi, it's about empathy. He has made it, the man was talking, and you see that he broke down because he was thinking about the suffering of people that he had experienced on the campaign trail. He made it okay for you to have a heart and compassion and empathy again. And people think that it's by doing gra that Nigeria can move forward. You get iron bender and they will bend Nigeria into a place you don't want to be. You need leaders with love. When you talk about Obafemi Awolowo, you talk about Alhaji Lateef Jakonde, these were people that loved their people. They loved their people. They were young, but they were visionary, and they loved their people. And that is what we are going to have in Lagos when Gbadebo becomes governor of Lagos State. We are doing this because of young men like Tomi Waziri, so that you can drive on Lagos streets and not feel intimidated or scared that people will be able to hurt you, or you'll be harassed by young men that their only crime in life is that they are vulnerable. And the state, instead of lifting them up, brought the worst out of them, used them every 4 years to suppress and intimidate voters. And in the 3 years prior to that, they turn their eye when they are on drugs, they turn their eye when they become criminals. That has to change, and that's going to change because we need a safe Lagos. And we need to heal. Governor Sanwo-Olu is on TV talking about how he did not give the order, how the army just came and invaded Lagos State, as if we are fools. And this is what the APC has done for so many years. And I wonder, are we fools? How did they get away with all this for so long? They brought a whole president to come and commission a rail line. A line that did not work yesterday, a line that's not going to work tomorrow, a line that's not going to work on the day I'm inaugurated as governor of Lagos. The fact of the matter is this: we cannot continue taking all this nonsense. We cannot. The politics is too much. And I'm so happy that a generation has risen that is saying no more. No more. No matter what money you bring, no matter what intimidation you bring, we are unafraid. We are unafraid. They cannot buy us. They cannot buy us. They are trying, no. Don't let me tell you they are not trying. All our ward chairmen, our local government chairmen, I can imagine the pressure that they are under right now. But we know that the goal where we are going to is far bigger. It's bigger than me. It's bigger than any of us. It's a project that will lift the lives of millions of Lagosians up and in turn lift the lives of many Nigerians up. It is a project to free Lagos from a shacklehold of tyranny that only focus on aggregating wealth for one man, his family, and his cronies. A Lagos where the inner roads will work, where our people will have quality healthcare, quality public education. Not a situation where a help in a house is struggling, trying to find how she'll pay school fees for her children to go to private school. And you talk about having a government. They talk about experience. I love what Balogun said. That experience is no longer needed. We need to get away from that type of experience. Experience where we are surrounded by water, but we cannot open the tap and drink water. But my great-grandfather lived in a Lagos where you could do that. So what are we talking about, the Lagos that they built? I tell you all this because I need to remind you why we are engaging in this. And to let you know that the future is very bright. We are already 90% there. We need to bring this thing home. 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 I cannot emphasize this enough. I want you to understand, the moment that we take Lagos, this fire of a new type of politics will engulf Nigeria. And you will start to find politicians that mean well for the people, can articulate their vision, are passionate about change. No more status quo. We are changing the narrative. We are the new politic. We are the new Lagos. We are the new Nigeria. And we set a new standard. There was a time where it was okay for politicians to come and they just use their money to buy their way into office. But their money failed them last week, Saturday. They thought that they could use their thugs and their agberos to intimidate. Some places they succeeded, some places they didn't. And they still lost. So I am calling on all of you. I want you to be recharged. Because we are going back into this place, not the way we went the last time. We are making solid security arrangements, I promise you, to God who made me, I promise you. Whatever we need to spend on it, we are spending on it. Because when you come out that day, you have to know that we have your back. We are not playing around with your lives. We want you to come out and there is going to be solid resistance architecture on ground. And you can count on my word for that. I take full responsibility for that I'm saying. Lastly, His Excellency Peter Obi cannot be here, mainly because he has a court case of the Beavers. And we cannot afford for them to erase the results on that Beavers. Because Peter Obi must be president of this country. And I know that some people might not want to hear this. But if it's going to take 1 month for that results to come out, me, I'm willing to wait. Because Peter is better. I'm not going to be managing in Nigeria anymore. The time of management is over. I want an excellent president, a president I can be proud of, a president that has vision, a president that is compassionate, that has love, and can move this country truly forward. because he's a role model that's going to set the new standard for the governors and the young people that are going to come after him. And I want a Nigeria that we can look at our president and you look down at the governor, you look down at local government chairman and say, yes, yes. We are now the greatest country in the world, in Africa and in the world, because potentially we can be. We just had leadership that has failed us. But that is going to change. The grace of God is upon us. I need you to understand this. People have spent billions of naira to try and achieve what we achieved. We took Alimosho, that's the local government they call Tinubu country. We want the capital of Lagos State, Ikeja. They are trying to tell us that it is only Igbo people that vote. Who are the people that live in Koshofe? Are they not Yoruba? Who are the people that live in Shomolu? Are they not Yoruba? Mainland, are they not Yoruba? The people chose His Excellency Peter Obi. And I need to remind you that we are going to do it again. God bless you. Thank you.
Lagos, make some noise! Young people over here! I know we can do better than that. Just a resounding noise. One more time. You the clock.
I'm sorry. Wait, sorry. There are some very important people here. I got word that my people from Lagos Island are here. From another party. You guys, please, I won't see everybody. Where are you? Please stand on your feet. You guys are plenty. They said I'm not from Lagos, but I took their Lagosians and brought them here. Solid. Welcome to our party. The only local government we have not yet taken is Lagos Island. And I had a meeting yesterday and I told them that it would be a shame if I don't take my whole local government. And we can do it. We did it in Shomolu, we did it in Koshofe, we did it in Alimosho. We are going to do it in Lagos Island. And I promise you I'm going to give you full support to make that happen. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency. First of all, I want to begin with those who are contesting. Please walk up here and take a picture with His Excellency right here. So just stand in the middle for me and let's have them come. Please come. Just stand to it. Okay. Just stand to his left and to his right. Stand to his left, to his right. Let's make it. Let's do that. Let's go to the other side. Independent campaign group for good governance in Nigeria. Labour Party, Gbadebo, na him we want to Gbadebo. My people, better don't come Lagos. Okay. Man, where we dey wait for, we go come out. There's space, just make space. Don't squat. Young, strong, gidiga, fine. We sabi waiting. You can spread out, just spread out. Yeah, happen for Lagos. Make una vote for fresh foundation. Hold on, just spread out. Can you just spread out? Just spread out. There's space. Spread out. Spread out. Make una not forget now where them drop papa and big. This message now from independent campaign group for governance. GRB is being squeezed up. Little. Yes. Don't look quick. Ma'am, you need to make space so that you don't look squeezed out. Good. Okay. Make a curve. Just make a curve. Yes. Fantastic. This is good. Now let's do that. Let's do it. Rich man they cry, poor man they shout. Let's do this. Please send somebody to come rescue us from this pain. You to clock. All right, thank you. Thank you. You can now step down. Let's have the DG. Let's have Unisa, Dr. Unisa Tanko. Let's have all those who came to speak. Let's have you up. We'll do all the talking later. Let's go. Protocol. Protocol. Please, this is not the time to do that. DG, can we have the DG? Have you taken pictures, sir? You have taken pictures, sir? You have taken pictures? Yes. We can have. Let's have the DG. Dr. Unita Tanko, where are you? Please. I need you to come up now. Okay. Oluwole, are you there? Yes. Okay, let's have you. Yes, thank you, Barita Shanti. You're here in Lagos. Just hold on. Come. Let's make way. Thank you. Thank you.
Gentlemen, please hold on. I have an important announcement to make. You don't know this name very well. It's Gbadebo Wale, somebody who brought the crown. As he is going to bring the crown, Gbadebo Wale. Gbadebo Wale.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. All right. Thank you. Let's have the ESCOs, Lagos. Please, let's have the Lagos State ESCOs only. Lagos State ESCOs. Lagos State ESCO. No, not now. Lagos State ESCO, please follow the protocol. Lagos State ESCOs only. Make way for the ESCOs. Please, can we make our way there? Yes, thank you. All right. Okay, fantastic. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Please make your way out of the stage. Make your way out of. Let's stay down. Please make your. This is not the time for discussion. Please follow the protocol. Mama, you're upsetting the protocol. Mama, you're upsetting the protocol. Let me have the Lagos State Island. Those who came, Lagos State Island, please make your way up stage. Lagos Island, can we have you quickly, please? Please, only Lagos Island. Please let the support group wait. We're going to take everyone quickly. All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Make your way out the stage now. Quickly. 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 You have to go. Okay. His Excellency has to go because of protocol. Thank you. Apologize to the support group and other people who couldn't follow the protocol. We're going to have all the time to do that right now, right here. We want to thank each and everyone who made this possible. We want to thank His Excellency Governor in waiting and in coming. We want to thank GRV. We want to thank the DG of the Campaign Council. Thank you, Dr. Yujita Sanko, all the way from Abuja. Thank you to the barrister, some of those helping out in the... And also, we want to seriously thank Mr. Peter Obi for your encouragement, for your word, for your work, the inspiration and the motivation. We want to thank you for all that you've done to bring us to this place. We know that our mandate is going to be reclaimed through the legal system, and we're going to have it because we believe and we trust that our effort, that our vote will count. I want to thank Obedience across board, all the fathers and all the mothers, one of the Arewa youths here in Lagos who have worked non-stop. We want to thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. God bless you for the work you have done. All the support group network, we want to appreciate your work. We thank you for coming out here. And yes, thank you, the support group system. Yes, let's come up, take pictures, post it, ensure that you... Please. Please, Arewa community can come up, take pictures. Remember to hashtag GYB, GRB, take pictures. Ensure that you do all of that.
My people, better don't come Lagos.
The chairman community of Arewa is here. Madam Mohammed is here.
Young, strong, gidiga, fine man. We sabi waiting in one do. We go stop all the yeah where they happen for Lagos State. Make una vote for fresh foundation.
Thank you all, Obedience. Thank you so much.
Vote Gbadebo Rhodes Vivour for a
Mongode Muku.
Lagos State.
Lokaba. Lagos now we need to car.
Mama and begin una go put hand you. This message now from independent campaign group for governance in Nigeria. Labour Party, Gbadebo, na him we want to Gbadebo. Labour Party. My people, better don't come Lagos. The man where we dey wait for, we go comot wahala from our neck so. Na him don't come so. Young, strong, gidiga, fine man. We sabi waiting him want do. We go stop all the yeah where they happen for Lagos State. Make una vote for fresh foundation.
Thank you, Alhaji Mohammed and the Arewa community for your work, your continuous work and support. Thank you.
For a brand new Lagos State. Make una no forget to now where them drop papa, mama and begin. Una go put hand you. This message now from independent campaign group for governance in Nigeria. Labour Party, Gbadebo, na him we want to Gbadebo. Labour Party.
I'm tired to complain. Leti to go work for road because of I'm waiting there on talk again. My life for their campaign. Carry your load to go. Gbadebo we want to be. Gbadebo we want to be. Take it over the way they go. 2023. Goes to Gbadebo. Gbadebo party. In your beat will be 2023. Gbadebo. Lagos. In your beat will be 2023. Make una no throw una vote come 2023. Make we vote. Gbadebo Rhodes Vivour for governor of Lagos State. Labour Party, Papa, Mama, begin.